absolutely not going to happen.
I'm really surprised. I mean, at the snappiness of these machines. You know how much power they have and how quickly they go to top speed, like almost instantly. I mean, they're fast.
It's been proven for years. I mean, industry has used electric motors for torque to power equipment and tools and stuff for years.
Tex Herber grabbing the STA6 Stability Cycle Hole Shot Award here in the Mini E 4 to 6-year-old class. Young rider from Fort Worth, Texas. The number 18 machine, and of course he's brought to you by MB Construction LLC, as well as Singe Graphics and Elite Power Washing. Talon Henson getting off to a good start. Wyatt McCutcher, also Ryder Anderson, Crew Posca, your second place finisher in Moto 1. Grayson Kressmer is started out across the whole shot stripe in 6th. 7th was Isaac Coffing. Dylan Roke was 8th. Nathan Tucker was 9th. Lincoln, I should say. DeFulvio was 10th across the whole shot stripe out there. So we'll see how things sort out for them when they come around for their first lap complete.
Yeah. If you have any doubts about the abilities of these little bikes, just keep your eye on some of that roost coming off the rear wheel. The delivery is so smooth, you're going to see a much lower roost. The gas motor comes on a little harder. You're going to see the roost shoot higher. The electric motor, you're going to see a steadier stream coming out the rear of the bike. It just produces a lot smoother power.
Really, you know, I have to admit, when I started hearing about this technology and what we were moving to, I was a little skeptical. I didn't know what to expect. I was kind of afraid that we'd see a lot of power loss and see what we built into, you know. But the beauty of it is when you got companies like Husqvarna and you've got companies like KTM and Gas that are producing these things out there and providing them for these youth riders. This didn't go without being tested. This didn't go with saying, well, let's just put something together, put it up. I mean, these folks, they put together high quality, top shelf products, and they weren't going to bring to market something that was second best or anything. They brought the best out right off the bat. Not saying that we won't see further advancements in the future, but I mean, they brought the best of what could be brought at the time anyway.
Yeah, after we do a rundown, we'll expand on that a little bit about the electric bike development in the future after we do a rundown.
All righty, we got Talon Henson out front, Wyatt McCutcheon in second, Beckett Smith is third, Levi Geis opening up in the 4th place position with Nathan Tucker in the number 5 position. Abshir Hall is 6th. Listen to that crowd out there. Tex Herber, the number 18 in 7th. Dylan Roke in 8th. Lincoln DeFulvio is 9th place, and rounding out the top 10 then is Ryder Anderson after that first lap of racing. We'll see him getting sorted out a little more as this race wears on. This is the first of 4 laps complete, Megawatt.
First of 4. We were talking a little bit ago, or just a moment ago, about the electric bikes. You know, the idea is not new by any means. Had some full-size bikes come out, just didn't really hit the mark. Had some handling issues, had some weight issues. Most importantly, had battery life issues, that type of thing. Recharging issues. Well, we could get some life out of it, but it took 12 hours to recharge the thing and get it back up to full speed. So kind of scrapped all those ideas, and the big bike kind of went to the wayside. KTM, Cobra, these guys totally rethought this thing and said, you know what? You don't start with a big bike. You don't make a big electric bike. You make a small electric bike. You don't take a kid that's 14, 15, 16 years old, been on gas machinery since he's 3, and expect him to develop an electric bike where he doesn't know anything about electric. What you do, you take the youngest kids possible, you make the smallest machine possible, and you build and you expand on that. You build in more power, you build in more battery life, you build in quicker charging, you bring the weight down, and now all of a sudden we have a generation of kids that the first thing they were exposed to is electric. So now they can tell you, they can give you R&D. They can tell you what's happening with the bike. This bike works better. I like that battery better. This one turns better. So rethinking this whole thing was the
rethinking this whole thing. We just saw a knack level save and then 2 crashes all on one straightaway. That was craziness. The leader, Talon Henson, going down. Yeah, and another rider on the outside went down, and one rider got kicked feet off the peg so bad he did a knack on a straightaway, but saved it. And that was all in the course of about 20 feet. 2 crashes and 1 near crash. So now I'm trying to figure out who would have the lead. Will it be Beckham Smith perhaps in the 33? He was very quick in the first moto, then ran into problems with his bike. We'll find out here in a moment as they come back across. That beach section on those bikes, those bumps are huge.
Right.
It is Smith to the lead.
We talked about they've used electric power for years in industry and production and that kind of stuff. So the smooth delivery and the torque is all about, the electric is all about the torque, not the horsepower. The torque gets you moving out of a corner. The torque gets you up out of the deep sand.
Yeah, and they will
Power
say
keeps you moving.
For a beginner rider especially, it actually makes the bike a lot easier to ride
Sure.
because the centrifugal clutch, automatic 1-speeds, the throttle is not really replicated. You twist it a little bit, you get nothing. Then all of a sudden you get a lot when the clutches connect at a certain RPM. This is just, you give it 2% more throttle, you get 2% more power. You give it 90% more throttle, you get 90% more power. Exactly what your wrist asks for, the bike gives you, without having to deal with clutches and belts and pulleys and all that stuff.
And the consistency without worrying about jetting, fuel mixture, those kind of things. You get the same power. That child grows up being used to that consistent power. You can train, condition, and tune him to it.
Yep, I have one for my kid. That's it. And tire and chain and sprocket. And that's it. And wash the thing. And that's all. And
no maintenance, low cost. All Jason Wygant.
All Jason Wygant right there. Now, I know people are saying, like, yeah, but these things are not proven. They're new. We've ridden it in rain. We've ridden it in mud. It's no problem there.
Exactly.
And then you remember the Alta electric bike? Josh Hill told me he has one, and that's first generation product.
Yep.
It's 300 hours on one of them. Without any things except a chain and tires.
And that's an original design that we considered not good, but the durability and reliability of it is there. You know,
they just don't really have that many parts.
Is the handling the best on it? Possibly not, and that type of thing.
Yep.
But the ability to make it live is there. 300 hours under Josh Hill.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, the reliability, it's simple as this. It's simple. There's just not a lot of parts inside that engine to go wrong. I believe on these KTM Husky gas ones, they say there's a bearing they'd have to swap out at a certain amount of time, and that's about it for maintenance.
Much better than a crank.
Oh, or just doing an air filter every ride, I'll tell you what. And it's really stark because the 50s, the two-stroke gas 50s are like the least reliable bike you can have. So it's a pretty big contrast with the other bike you could choose at this age.
Did your kid end up with an electric bike because you just never did put those wheel bearings in 2 years ago?
Yeah,
ended up with a new bike?
Yeah.
Speaking of bearings.
You still got the P-Dub. I'll tell you what, you have a P-Dub with 2 inches of travel and you ride one of these once, it's going to be hard to get him to ride the P-Dub again.
So go back and throw rocks at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I hate it.
So Beckham Smith getting away. He was, unfortunately, to remind you, he was in this position in our previous moto, and then the bike ran into trouble. I don't know if it was battery or overheating, whatever it was, and he ended up not getting the win. So this time he's going to have to try to hold on. Now, I was just saying, touting the reliability of these bikes. This is a different story at this level. These are the fastest kids of this age out there, and they're probably on mode 6, which is the fastest mode. And this track is disked up deeper than the average track. So that makes a difference.
Oh, it absolutely makes a difference, just like for anything else.
Yeah,
you
so
bet.
We have seen some problems getting these bikes under full power to the finish in a 4-lap moto.
You and I talked yesterday. Look how well the bike responds, though, through the chop to the back. When the power's turned on right here, that bike did not slide sideways.
Nope.
That bike did not hunker down like a gas-powered bike, okay? The bike actually raises a bit. It lowers, it forces the rear wheel to the ground when it does that. It gives it increased traction.
Perfect traction, perfect power band. No power band, just linear, as they call it. So Beckham Smith leads.
Just like my 74 XR75 was, linear.
Linear.
Yeah.
Hey, those were, don't fix what's not broken.
Exactly.
Those bikes were good. Talon Hinson is second. Levi Geist third. Absher Hall fourth. And Wyatt McCutcheon rounds out the top 5 as we head to Storyland. Look at the lead that Beckham Smith has right now. It's almost 8 seconds.
Yeah, you talk about a
White
4-lap
flags out.
race, 8 seconds, picking up a couple seconds a lap. And these are the most evenly matched machines out there, Jason.
Yeah,
because
good
we
point.
talk about mods and all that kind of stuff. Well, only so much you're going to do. We can't go in and rewind it.
No, well,
we can't go.
And here's why you can't. Try to make it faster, you're just going to run out of battery.
Exactly.
They kind of did it that way. I was talking to both KTM folks and Cobra folks, and they said, as long as the battery's not too big, you can't hop it up, or you'll just run out of juice.
Yeah, power
so it
goes,
keeps it level.
Power goes up, life goes down.
Yeah, exactly. Solve that problem.
All right, so bringing this one to a close. Going to be seeing the checkered flag, I believe, next time around. This one is a 4-lap race. Remind everybody. Jason making his way down to the podium. Going to follow it up with our final race of the day, our 51cc 4-6 shaft drive limited class. Calling that a race, Beckham Smith with the win. Talon Henson in that number 2 spot. Levi Geis in the number 3 ride. Ashford Hall, number 4 position. Wyatt McCutcheon in the 5 ride. Nathan Tucker in 6. Caden Sedgwick in the number 7 spot. Tex Herber in at 8th position. Ryder Anderson in 9th. And Dylan Rourke rounding out the top 10 before we head it down to Jason Wygant.
Well, this time Beckham Smith able to get it to the finish, and he's congratulated on a big win. The family's already up here celebrating. Let him get the helmet off at least, right? All right, this one worked out perfectly for the number 33. He was able to work his way forward and capture the gold. Let's hand it over, this time getting the gold that he deserves, Beckham Smith. Yeah, buddy. Tell me about that race, Beckham.
It was good. The track wasn't not rough at all.
No, not at all. Track wasn't rough. You ride rougher tracks all the time, right?
Yes.
Sure. Who do you want to thank, buddy?
My mom and dad, Topa Texas Cobra, my brother, Tap House, and KTM for fixing my bike, and PR2 for fixing my suspension. And
You even got a Pulp MX sticker on the back fender. Wow. Let's hear it for our Moto winner, Beckham Smith. Oh, yeah. Great stuff for Beckham. Little revenge after the first Moto got away from him. And congratulations to the Smith family on that one. They are pumped up here. That is good stuff. We'll bring our second place finisher on up. Oh, that's from the previous Moto, still hanging out. Zabonic, love it. Where's our second place finisher from this one? That would be Henson. Yeah, love it. What's that? Keep it there for now. They'll just write down the frame number. You'll get this drilled down. You'll be doing it a lot, right? Let's hear it for Talon Henson taking second place. Yeah. How'd that Moto go?
good. I hole shotted, and then I was in the lead, and then I went down in the back, and then Beckham went around me, and then I was in third, and then I caught back up to second and passed him, and then just rode my own race from there.
Wow, really good interview. Good job with that. Who do you want to thank, Talon?
Mom, dad, brother, sister, FMF, CVE, Nahilo, Fly Racing, Tyler and Tignap, Stan Ellis Transport, Larson Farms, and that's it.
Let's hear it for Talon Henson taking second place. Good job. And we'll move over to third place, handing out the bronze. We're getting all the pronunciations right now. Levi Geis taking third place. Okay, Levi, tell me about your race.
Good.
Was it fun?
Yep.
Any major problems out there?
Oh, yeah.
You fall down at all?
Nope.
All right, take it. Who do you want to thank, Levi?
Avatar Bell, Hypervectors, GBF, that's it.
All right, Levi Geis, 3rd place. Hold that medal up, be proud. They're gonna take some pictures. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Good job, Levi. Gonna hand out a whole shot award. Tex Heberer has your whole shot. Let's hear it for your whole shot winner. Yeah, Tex Heberer. All right, putting the volts to the ground there. Tell me about that start.
I had a good start. I got the inside.
That's what it takes. Listen up, everybody. Good start inside. Got the whole shot. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, Dad, Lawson, and Katukasa, and Fastline.
All right, let's hear it for our whole shot winner. Tex Heberer.